Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this Friday edition of Volleyball Talk here on Sports Bytes Philippine PH. We kick off our heavy weekend schedule for you with three lovely ladies from the PVL. But before we get to them, allow me to introduce my co-host for the evening. First off is Sports Bytes PH volleyball writer Andy Fiel.
Good evening, Brian. How are you?
I'm fine. My head is still spinning, but thanks for asking.
Okay. When we start off the podcast, I'm sure mawawala yan, especially with our guests tonight.
Yes,
So,
yes.
thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here.
All right, all right. And of course, this show would not be possible if it were not for Mr. Vince Wico.
Good evening, Brian. Good evening, Andy. And good evening to our guests, ladies. Good to be here. Good evening to the viewers of Sports Bites. Looking forward to another evening of good conversation.
Yes, yes, Vince. Oh, good conversation talaga to. So, huwag na natin patagalin, no? Let's call them out one by one. First off, we have Miss Denden Lazaro Revilla.
Hi,
Hi,
good
Den.
evening po, sirs, and to the viewers of Sport Bites. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much for obliging to our invite. And we hope to have a good conversation, as Vince said. And of course, we also have Miss Ponggay Gaston.
Hi! Hello po sa lahat ng viewers ng Sports Bytes and hello po.
Hello, Ponggay. Good evening. Hope all is well on your end. All right. And last but not the least, we have the lovely Miss Caitlin Viray.
Hello po. Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Caitlin. Glad you could join us. So before we kick off the discussion, siguro, Andy, Vince, let's ask the girls how they've been doing. Alam nyo, ECQ and the cases are going up. Let's ask them. Siguro, let's start with Denden. Yeah, kumusta tayo dyan, Den?
Just hanging on, sir. Doesn't get easy by the day, but and faith lang siguro.
True, true. Yon. How about you, Ponggay? Kumusta tayo dyan? How are things with you? And I'm really missing your dad. I love to talk to with him about the past. How are things with you?
Well, I'm glad that I get to spend these days with him. Syempre kasi wala rin choice, ECQ, so wala kaming choice. Kailangan lagi kami magkasama ng dad ko. Pero it's really fun kasi I have this chance to really bond with him and not just with him but with everyone else in my family. It's giving me time to just see how I'm grateful to be with my family and to have them during these difficult times. So I'll tell him you say hi.
Yes, yes, please. Ang sarap siyang kausap. Ang dami niyang kwento and an hour is not enough. And also, of course, we have Miss Caitlin Viray. Yeah.
Okay naman po. Still, same. And safe naman. And trying to be productive as much as possible po.
Yon. Yon. Sige, mamaya mawawala yung shyness ni Caitlin. I assure you mawawala yung shyness niya. So sige, let's start off the discussion. Vince, would you like to go first or will it be Andy?
Andy.
Okay, Andy,
Andy
sorry, you're
first.
the first.
Ako muna yung taya, no?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Good evening, girls. It's great to see you guys. I just have just this is a generic question for everyone. It's definitely, you guys are looking forward to the season, as then also said, or you guys are hanging on. Hopefully, the season will be close at hand. But with the with the chance that the tournament will be moved later to probably next month. What is going through your head at this moment, even with your preparations online, or maybe if you have had face to face training? What are you going through right now, and what are you thinking about in connection to your season coming up. Can we start with Ponggay?
Hello, hi. So
Hi.
in hi, in regards to our season, we're really excited because syempre, I'm sure everybody misses sports, not just basketball, but I know a lot of people who really miss watching volleyball. So personally, ako super excited na akong makipag-training kasama ng mga teammates ko kasi so far, we have been training online. So like si Caitlyn tsaka si Ate Den, hindi ko pa sila nakikita in person. So I'm really excited for when this season comes up because we're gonna be able to see each other and makikipag-bonding kami, makikipag-training kami together, which is um, more than the sport, it's the camaraderie also. So I'm really excited to bond with these girls and I'm really excited to make new friends and to learn from them kasi personally ako, when I have new teammates or when I get to train with people who I never got to train with, I learn a lot from them. Lalo na ito si Caitlyn, I get to learn from a lefty player kasi she's left-handed, ako right-handed. Tapos si Ate Den, I can learn from her as she's a libero, so marami akong natututunan from my teammates. For me, I learn more from my teammates than my coaches, I guess. Kasi
All right. So, um, moving forward, then can you also I'm gonna ask the same question also.
Same with Ponga. I'm really, really excited. And I know that a lot of people are excited for us also for sports to come back. And now that all teams are in one league, I think we've all been waiting for that. All teams have beefed up their lineups. It's a more competitive playing field. So kahit na through Zoom lang kami nag-training, we're still trying to, keep that spirit and keep that competitive fire alive. And we want to thank, of course, yung Rebisco and Choco management namin who have been super supportive, and of course our coaches who, really try to still egg us on every day. Kasi to be honest, nakakasawa rin mag-Zoom training. There's Zoom fatigue. Kalaro mo lang is the wall. You don't get to see your teammates. You don't have a court. You have a small space lang at home. So we're all excited to at least get back to training when everything's, cleared and ECQ is lifted. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, as do your teammates also. So, thank you. Ponggay, we'll go back to you because you were cut off a few seconds ago.
talaga po. Okay.
Mm.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I I'm just as excited as Ate Den. Hindi ko pala alam na nakat ako. Pero I'm really looking forward to playing because I know a lot of us are excited to play. And a lot of us are really itching to play kasi ngayon nga, nakakasawa din na laging online. And I know a lot of people have been waiting to see all these people play against each other and really bring out the what Philippine volleyball has in store for everyone. Kasi umaangat na yung laro. Tsaka
Mm.
the fact that a lot of teams have come into this professional league, it's really going to show that um, our sportsmanship and our our intense game will really bring out what Philippine volleyball can do. Sana umangat talaga yung laro.
All right. Thank you for that. Um, Caitlin, your thoughts on on this during the question I gave to Den and Ponggay.
Same with them, super excited na makapag-training na, makabalik na on court, and also excited ako na ma-meet sila since most of them di ko pa na-meet or nakasama sa court. So yun, super excited na makasama na sila mag-training, makalaro sila on the same court. And yeah, minsan nakainip nga yung Zoom training kasi pero lagi nga sinasabi nila na dapat mag-practice ka kasi kailangan mag-practice ka para
Okay, we'll go back to Caitlin, but if I can move forward, this is actually separate questions for all of you guys. Then I'll go. I'll ask you the first this question, the next question. As part, you were part of the national team before, and numerous other teams. Aside from being a top-notch athlete, even way back in your high school days, do you see yourself as a leader, and do you see yourself also giving pertinent advice to your teammates to make sure that uh, it could be as small as keeping their spirits up while you're training online? Yeah, yeah.
Naka-mute yata si Archibel.
Mm,
Ah, there. I guess
yeah.
as the eldest in the team, so I'm like considered a veteran and I'm the pinaka-ate. So the younger ones look up to me. I have to like embrace that role and be a good role model to them. Not necessarily like a leader, but I want to be a good role model in a way na I lead by action.
Hmm.
And um, with that, parang pakita ko na lang na I'm doing my best even if yung situation namin na hindi kami nakakapag face to face. Ako, sawang-sawa na ako sa Zoom training pero tuloy pa rin yung laban. You know, sabi nga
Mm.
ni Coach O is we have to be prepared. Pag sinabi bukas na, okay, laro na tayo, kailangan handa kami. So, I think with that thought, mas parang I try to take it upon myself na lang to do extra work and get myself ready for when the time comes that we do get to play. And yeah, I don't know if I'm a good leader kasi I never was a team captain in the pro ranks or in college. But as long as the team is on the same page, I think we're gonna do well. And I think that's most important here in the pro league. Wala na yung sino ba yung team captain, wala nang seniority.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Everybody can lead. I think that's the that's the beauty of like being in a pro team.
All right. Um, Ponggay, this question is for you. Because a lot of people who watch volleyball know you as a very how shall I say this, spirited player. Like you're very enthusiastic inside the court, in even out when you're on the bench on the sidelines. What is your motivation now that when they saw you in Ateneo? That's why a lot of people like watching you play because they see your heart on your sleeve every time you play. So do you bring this also to the professional level with you?
Um, for me, definitely. Kasi I'm really, really, really lucky and I'm so blessed that I get to do what I love the most, which is to play volleyball. Kasi I think I'm happiest when I'm out there on court. Kasi I love being in a team. I love being coached. So whether or not I'm playing on court, I have such a great time. Because not a lot of people get to do what they want, in life. Not a
Mm.
lot of people get to find their passion. And ako, I'm blessed kasi actually most of us, because I know most of these girls are really enjoying them. Minsan kasi
Mm.
ako kasi tago yung saya ko. Na talagang, let's say, kahit yung kalaban yung naka-point. Natutuwa din ako kasi, wow, ang ganda ng ginawa ng kalaban. Or, lalo na pag teammate ko nakagawa ng point. I get so hyped kasi, lalo na, that's for us. The point goes to us. So, I'm genuinely always happy when I get to play because I see it as a blessing. Especially now during COVID, during this pandemic, I can really see how I've been given such a blessing to not only display and show my talents, but also to inspire others that they can do what we do, you know. You can be a student athlete and you can do this professionally, you can make this as a way of life. So, yeah, it's really, hindi ko siya matatago, hindi ko rin itatago yung emotions ko kasi sobrang saya ko kasi yun yung time na ako yung pinakamasaya kapag naglalaro ko ng volleyball.
So rarely do I hear a player say that of their opponent when they see a great play done by the opponent, and rarely is it that the other side would be happy for. But I understand your logic for this. For if it's a great play, it's a great play.
Oo nga,
If it's a great
fangirl
play,
po ako eh.
it's a great
Oo
play.
nga, fangirl po ako.
Yeah, so that's a great way of seeing it. That's a great way of seeing it. So thank you. Caitlin, this question is for you. So um, you've been to two types of two types of parts of the sport. You've been indoor and you played outdoor, and you've played outdoor and indoor very well in your career, even in college. Um, yung paglalaro mo sa beach volleyball, what is the difference between now playing indoor professionally and playing outdoor on the beach? What is the difference for you? Kasi obviously it's the surface is different. There are only two of you inside the court as against six pag sa indoor. So what is it about the outdoor also that you like sa beach volleyball?
Yung pinakagusto ko sa beach volley is dalawa lang kayo. So, walang papalit sa'yo. So, kahit wala kang laro, kailangan talagang bumalik ka. Kailangan
Uh-uh.
matibay yung loob mo kasi if hindi ka gagawa, wala namang ibang pupuntahan yung partner mo. So, siguro yon kailangan mas tough ka sa beach volley. Kasi walang ibang papalit sa'yo.
So more playing time kasi dalawa lang kayo eh.
Yes. More
Oo nga. Okay.
hawak sa bola.
Yeah, correct. So thank you. So Brian, I'll give it back to you.
All right, thank you, Andy. Vince, it's your turn. I just like, bago ko bigay kay Vince pala, I just like to thank everybody who's tuning in, no? Sorry sa sobrang dami nyo, hindi ko alam kung ano yung ano. But if you have questions to Denden, Miss Ponggay, and Caitlin, just type it in the comment section and we'll try to ask them. All right, Vince, your turn.
Okay, since Caitlin is reconnecting, and Ponggay in a bit. Okay, question ko, okay, nandiyan na si Ponggay. Okay, so ngayon, professional athletes na kayo, may mga times ba, and mag-start ako kay Caitlin. Yung question ko, ngayon na professional na kayo, may mga times ba na you look back sa career nyo, so starting from when you were learning the sport, grade school or younger, and then high school, college, you look back and say na you feel that malayo na naratingan mo. I mean, dati you were just learning the sport, tapos ngayon professional athlete ka na, and then you're competing for possibly a championship at the highest level of the sport. So, may mga times ba na nararamdaman nyo yun? Caitlin?
Yes. Yes. Sobrang fulfilling na um, going back parang nung grade school days, parang nag-join lang ako sa volleyball noon kasi natutuwa ako na excuse sa class, ganon. Tapos, yung EP, then ngayon, pro league na sobrang fulfilling niya na ang layo nung napuntahan. Sobrang sarap.
Okay. Thank you, Caitlin. Ponggay, same question.
Na disconnect with
Oh, sige. Okay. Then same question, but before you answer, um, 4 years ago you met my brother and his daughter in the 2017 Sea Games. I think you were in the national team. My dad was with my brother Joseph and his daughter Lily. I don't know if you remember. I think this was in.
Yes, I
I think this was
remember.
in Thailand. Was it? I'm not sure if it was in Thailand. So my brother, my dad brought. You were playing in the PSL then. So my dad brought
Mm-mm.
along my brother and his daughter, si Lily. So anyway, um, yun, same question kay Caitlin. You know, you're a professional athlete ka na. Um, nag grade school volleyball or high school volleyball, college, nag semi-professional ka, and then ngayon you're a professional athlete, may chance kayo mag-compete for a championship at the highest level of the sport. So may times ba na you look back and you feel na you're fulfilled already, or will a championship at the highest level as a professional, um, will that make it more fulfilling?
Yeah, I actually always look back because this wasn't part of my plan. Playing professional was never part of my plan. Um, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be a doctor and pursue med school. And even collegiate volleyball wasn't part of my plan. So coming this far, playing in a professional league here in the Philippines, and who who imagined that we would have a professional volleyball league here in the Philippines? And when you think about it, like a year ago, 2 years ago, who would have thought that we would have one league for volleyball? We had PSL and PBL just last year, and then now we only have one league. So it's really, yes, it's fulfilling, and also I'm really really grateful that I've come this far, and to think that I've been through a lot of teams. That goes to showing that I'm really thankful for the trust that's been given to me by the teams, by the coaches, and yeah, I hope to still continue playing in the short future. Hopefully, I
Okay.
can still get to play. Yeah.
Okay, Ponggay. I'll repeat the question, okay? Kasi I asked Caitlin and Denden, kasi professional athlete ka na, and yung question ko is, are there times na you look back when you started in the game of volleyball, and then now you're a professional athlete, you look back and is there a sense of fulfillment, and then you have a chance to compete for a title at the highest level of volleyball? So meron bang sense of fulfillment when you look back?
I think just the fact that I got to play, or that I got, I guess, drafted into a professional team is already a sense of fulfillment for me. Because not a lot of people are given the same opportunity as me. And I'm already super grateful. Kasi, yun nga, a lot of us don't really look at this as an option in our careers, because some of us want to fulfill other things. So, when we're given the chance to play professional, it's it's giving us like, oh, another chance to keep doing what we love to do. This is something that we enjoy. Kasi dati, yung importante lang talaga sa amin is, let's say, our studies. As student athletes, our main priority is our studies. And then we have being an athlete as our second priority. So being able to play professionally is quite a fulfillment for me. I always like to look back and see how far I've come, because I know that not a lot of people are given this opportunity. So um, I take it as a very good way to also inspire others that they can do what I can do also, and that a lot of people can do this if they really believe in themselves. So yeah.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
Alright, thank you, Vince. Ako singit ako ng isang question, Vince and Andy, okay? So, I've been asking this to our past guests. I just like to get the thoughts of the girls. How, with this, everybody's grounded and training is not going on. Has this affected you positively or negatively? I'd like to start with Caitlin.
Um, Siyempre medyo, kasi excited na kami lahat mag-start. We're looking forward na mag-resume na yung volleyball. Pero laging na-postpone.
Mhm.
So medyo naiinip, pero we're trying our best to be productive and do whatever we can do. Sabi nga ni Coach O na kahit ito lang yung ginagawa natin, just continue doing it lang tayo and mag-learn ng mga pinaghirapan namin.
Alright. How about you then?
Honestly, it's been a roller coaster. Like, as much as I would want to stay positive, uh, hirap. Hirap to be consistent na masaya. But I'm just really thankful for my team that they're always there. Actually, pag nag-Zoom training in the morning, parang, eto na naman, Zoom training na naman, when are we gonna start playing on the court? But then when I get to start and then I see my teammates, training hard, even while at home, that gets me pumped up pa rin na, okay, let's get this. Konting patience at tsaga lang. It will all pay off.
Okay. Ponggay, I'm not gonna ask. Siguro, alam ko masaya dyan eh. Ang saya-saya kasama dad, but I'll ask you still the same.
I have the same sentiments as my teammates. As much as we really try and do our best to stay positive, we all really want to play na. Kasi it's been almost more than 1 year since walang volleyball. So I know all of us really want to get back on court. But we're also trying to stay positive and patient because we know that safety comes first and that we can really follow protocols. We don't want to go against any rules, go against any uh yung mga gusto ng government. Syempre, we also need to really just hang on there, stay together, kahit online muna lahat. But I know everyone is frustrated. Like, everyone's itching to play. We all want to get back on court. So, wala rin kaming magagawa. Kailangan na rin maging patient. Lagi kami magpe-pray. Tapos sisipagin lang namin. We're gonna do what we can at home, individually. Tapos mag-uusap-usap na lang kami on our own, trying to stay sane. Yun lang.
Right. Thank you, Ponggay. Andy, you're up. Mike, my
Thank you, Brian. I'll ask my question to Caitlin. Caitlin, alam ko kasi na tumutulong ka rin sa komunidad mo, nagpartner ka with other people and your friends to help out communities. Can you give us an example, kunyari, of how you did this? Kunyari, you've been a part of a recent project in helping a certain community. Pwede mo ba sa amin ikwento paano nyo sinimulang itong outreach ninyo?
It was more of a initiative ng father ko. Meron siyang mga friends na nag-donate, and then tinanong niya ako if pwede bang mag-ask din ng tulong since
Okay. So we're gonna move on muna. I'll ask Caitlin when when she comes back. Then can I go to you for this question? Kasi I know that you have a lot of followers on social media, and you've been with the sport a long time. Is there a passion for you to like use the clout that you have, or use your popularity to help or reach out to people who, like, say, need a message of hope, or need something like a help from you for of any way? Is there a passion for this for you personally?
Actually, last year I was invited to join Solid 7. Um, I love the initiative that they have to grow the grassroots program, and we started giving online volleyball lessons. We taught kids the basics of volleyball, and we were able to share our story. And that's what I really want to do, is to help grow volleyball at the grassroots level, because that's what's missing in the sport right now. Um, I think in the future I would want to coach, but right now, as I'm still playing full time, I want to dedicate my time to learning from from my coaches and from my teammates. So what I learned from them, I try to incorporate sa mga seminars or online training na binibigay namin sa kids. And I think that the volleyball community knows and acknowledges that we need a solid grassroots program for the sport in the country to grow. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's been my passion recently, and I want to pursue that, to inspire kids
Mhm.
to learn the sport, to get into the sport, and to um, para ingrain sa kanila that the fundamentals will get you far. It's not those flashy moves, you know. You gotta go to the basics lagi, and inspire my fellow athletes, my fellow players to to keep on learning. Be like a sponge, you know. Always
Yeah.
there's always something to learn and always something to improve on.
All right. Well said. Caitlin, we'll go back to you kasi you were cut off. Go ahead. Yung kwento mo.
Yeah, yun na. More on initiative siya ng father ko. Siya yung start no project. And then, nag-ask siya sa akin ng help na since mas marami ako nare-reach. And then, nag-post ako and marami din namang tumulong. Tapos, yun, pinagsama-sama lang namin. Then, tulong-tulong kami nag-repack dito sa house. Nag-grocery. And then, pero nung pinamigay siya, hindi ako kasama kasi reasons. Pero yung the idea na nakakatulong sa mga tao is sobrang saya and um, yeah, fulfilling siya na nakakatulong sa ibang tao.
Mm. Nakikita mo rin ba na gagawin mo to also in the future?
Um,
Okay. So we'll move forward na lang. So Ponggay, I think my question to you is almost the same as my I asked them. Kasi I'm sure you are active on some social media outlets. So what is it that uh how would you use this situation that you have, or yung opportunity mo to help other people out?
Um, knowing, I think knowing that I have a platform is the first thing. So knowing that I have a platform, I always try to use it for good, and I always try to motivate and remind people, I guess, in that sense that they can do anything that they put their mind to it if they just put their mind to it, basically. Um, if they want to achieve sports, they can do that. Or if um, they want to achieve anything that they're passionate about. I am aware that most of us in our team have um, a platform. And I think most of us have been, di naman trained, but they're always reminding us. Let's say people who have been there, like people in the management and people who are yung mga mentors namin, lagi nilang, like, let's say Coach O, siya yung nagre-remind lagi sa akin na, Ponggay, you always have to use the platform that has been given to you for good. Always try to inspire others, especially the young volleyball players na maging masipag, inspire them to do good things always and to always believe in God, gano'n. So, lagi akong sumusunod kay Coach O sa mga gano'n kasi siya yung nagpapaalala sa akin na may mga tao na binabasa nga nila yung pinopost ko lagi. Tapos tinitignan din nila yung mga ina-upload ko. So, I guess there's a sense of responsibility that comes with it. But there's also a lot of um, good things that come with it, a lot of opportunities. I think the best part of having a platform would be really to inspire others and to help them realize that they can achieve all their goals, just as we did. Yun po.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ponggay. Back to you, Brian.
Alright. So, kala ko, tanongin pa si Caitlin, di pa yata tapos. Do you want Caitlin to finish her, or move on?
Oh, yes, please. Going back to Caitlin, please, continue, Caitlin.
I think the last question was if Caitlin would proceed, no? Right, Andy? Am I right?
Oh, in the future, may siya, plans to do the same thing she did before.
Yeah. Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Of course po. If may opportunity ulit na gawin yon, definitely.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, Caitlin.
All right. Thank you, Caitlin. Vince, your turn.
Okay, I'll start with Ponggay. Um, you haven't, well, the three of you haven't played volleyball in what, in a little more than a year. Um, so as a now as a professional athlete and also a student of the game, what have you what have you done to, as a growth, to grow more as a player? Watching videos, especially at your position. Um, uh, Watched videos? Have you dissected past games? Are there any stuff that you've done to, um, accelerate your growth? Well, not accelerate, but you know, to allow you to grow more as a player and as a student of the game.
Ako po, I like to rewatch my highlights and also my team's highlights. So I like to watch a lot of Ateneo's season 81 games. And other than that, I also like to watch my idols. So I watch Thailand, Japan. A lot of people in our team are volleyball fanatics. So they always send us yung mga live games sa mga international. Lagi yung pinapanood yung mga volleyball games. Kasi I think as a player, that is our way of studying also. So if sa school, nag-aaral ka ng mga math, science, kailangan mo pag-aralan yon. Sa amin, for volleyball, it's to watch other people's games, also our previous games. I also like to go back on the games where I made a lot of errors kasi before hindi ko talaga kaya noon, pero recently I learned to really just embrace my errors and then dun ko talaga, okay, kung saan ako nagkamali, dun ako mag-improve and then I'll try to work on it since I have a lot of time now to work on myself. Ayun, I think as a volleyball player or as any kind of athlete, it's
Mhm.
always good to review your old games also. and to review your performance so that you can improve as a player.
All right. Then you mentioned earlier that um, down the road you're looking at a possible career in coaching. Um, uh, what would your coaching philosophy be? Sa tingin mo, what would your be coaching style? Democratic, defense oriented, mahigpit. What do you think would your ano yung coaching style mo sa tingin mo?
That's so hard. I haven't really thought of like a coaching style yet. Because di ko pa naiisip na I'm gonna be a head coach. No, I just wanna be an assistant coach. Yun pala yung naiisip ko. Because I still wanna learn and I have a lot to learn pa. So, wala pa on like what kind of coach I'll be or what kind of coaching style I'll be doing. None of that yet.
All right. Caitlin, yung experience mo sa beach volleyball, paano siya nakatulong sa laro mo sa indoor volleyball?
Siguro, like what I've mentioned kanina, yung kailangan dapat um, tough ka mentally, and aside from physical, dapat pag nagkamalangan bumalik ka, hindi pwede yung pag nag-start ka ng bad hanggang matapos ganun na. Kailangan makabalik ka and ma-overcome mo yung yung feeling na parang feeling mo down ka or feel bad day. Kailangan ma-overcome mo yun and compose lang lagi dapat sa game.
Okay. Thank you. Brian?
All right, thanks, Vince. Siguro, there's an interesting question here from the comment section from Miss Mara Amilca Murillo. Ito, medyo kailangan to at these times that most of us are home. The question is, paano nyo mame-maintain ang body fitness nyo? I'd like to go with Denden first.
Oh, Well, last year ko lang na-realize na napaka-importante ng diet. It's, you have to approach like being healthy and being fit like holistically. Hindi lang yung puro workout ng workout. You have to also consider your diet, what you put in your body.
All right. Caitlin, how about you?
This one is medyo kasi lockdown job stop sa workout, then walang ginagawa, so more on snacks and kain lang all the time. Pero after ilang months, na-realize ko na hindi pala siya hindi pala pwede na gano'n. So then tinatry ko din ikain ko, bawas ng sweets and consistent workout.
Yun. So, is Ponggay there or mukhang nawala si... Oh, there's Ponggay. Hello, si Ponggay. Okay, so while we're waiting, okay, let me get to this next question. It's from Jason Civile. Medyo interesting to. What are your expectations for the upcoming PVL given the fact that the league transitioned into a professional league? Then ikaw na muna. Again, dyan, when you're still there.
For the upcoming PVL, it's gonna be a dogfight. That's for sure. Because all the teams are in just one league, and we're just gonna battle it out like battle royale, knowing that all the best players in the country are gonna be in one playing field. But the fact that it became a professional league, I think that it gave the players an opportunity to have a stable job. So we're like, yun na lang yung main focus namin, volleyball. So we're just gonna give all our effort into it, all our time, just really invest ourselves in volleyball. So I think you'll be seeing a lot of players improve and just give their all.
All right. How about you, Caitlin?
Definitely, mas matindi yung labanan, mas competitive, and um, best of the best talaga since sa isang league na lang lahat. And mas maganda, mas mag-enjoy lang.
Okay. Ponggay? Ito, what are your expectations for the upcoming BBL?
I'm expecting a lot of competition. I'm expecting also a lot of camaraderie. It's gonna be really exciting for everyone kasi alam ko maraming gusto na magpakita ng skills nila. And since we're only one league, everybody's gonna try and do their best and show what we've got. So sana, after this PVL, makita rin natin yung Philippine volleyball na umangat lang talaga.
Yeah. Ponggay, ano yung kita? Hindi kita natanong ito kanina eh. Baka magtampo si Mara. Ito, ano ang sikreto mo raw para maintain ang body fitness?
Well, it helps to work out every day and to not eat excessively. So, yun din, that's how I stay fit. I guess as an athlete, yun na lang yung trabaho ko. Maging fit, saka galingan yung sport ko. So, wala na rin kaming excuse. So, we always do our best to stay fit by most of us work out as much as we can. We also eat healthy foods. Para lang din we try to have peak performance always. So, we'll try to eat the less fatty and less oily foods just to stay fit. Para lang din yung performance namin peak.
All right. Okay, another question from Miss Heather Austria. Nandiyan ka na rin, Ponggay. Mauna ka na. What do you miss about your teammates?
Hi, Heather. So, siguro yung namimiss ko the most is the bonding. Definitely. Kasi usually, as a team, we always talk about the things that we're most frustrated of. So, whether it be training or galit na galit kami kay coach or galit na galit kami sa laro, yun yung pinakamasaya eh. Lalo na pag kakain kami. So, let's say, grabe yung training, kakain kami ng marami, yun yung pinakamasaya. You get to know more people, tsaka you get an extension family, you get an extended family. Yun yung pinaka namimiss ko. I have a second family, which is my teammates.
All right. Thank you, Ponggay. How about you, Caitlin? What do you miss most about your teammates?
Siguro yung kulitan namin, not just the court, syempre during training or kapag kahit hindi naglalaro or training, talagang yung bonding namin, sama-sama nung matripan na gawin. So, sobrang nakasdala na ngayon, puro Zoom na lang, walang physical, hindi na kami nakikita-kita. Nakakamiss.
Alright. And Denden?
I miss the energy of my teammates. And just the competitiveness. Because that helps me improve also. There's like healthy competition in the team. Yeah, but like what Ponggay said, it's like the bonding. Because I think yung social life ko lang is like mainly the team. And I love it. I'm super grateful that I have great teammates.
Yon, very nice. So then, this question is directed to you from Eliza Atienza. Ano po ang nafe-feel nyo na makakalaban nyo yung Team Fish?
I'm excited and nervous. Like nervous because I know they're good and pahihirapan nila kami. But excited because I know I have a good team with me. I know we can give them a good fight.
Alright. Yan, Eliza, ano na ha? Then, the next question. Sa tingin nyo po, ano yung maging edge ng team nyo against ibang teams? Then, ikaw na muna. Sige.
I was thinking that majority of the team was under Coach Oliver, so they know the the system of Coach O already. Like, siguro ilan na lang kami na kailangan pang aralin, kailangan pang mag-adjust sa magiging system. But as long as that we're open to learning and being part of the team, being on the same page, we're gonna be okay. I think that's why also F2 Logistics is such a like a solid team because they've been together since college, under Coach Ramil, and alam na nila yung galaw ng isa't isa on the court. So I think that's gonna be parang bala na namin yun going into the PBL bubble.
Alright. Caitlin, how about you? Can you chime in on that?
Yeah, tama yung sabi ni Ate Den since most of the players naman is player ni Coach O and nagkasama-sama na sila before. Onti lang kami na kailangan mag-adjust or na mag-relearn dun sa or na matutunan yung system ni Coach O. So, malaking factor yon na magkakakilala na and alam na nila yung game nila. And also, nung siguro advantage
Mhm. Putol ulit. Ponggay, ikaw.
I agree with Ate Den. That would be our edge, having understand and experience Coach Oliver's training and his system. Because I think a big gist of how a team would work is based on how the coaches coach the players and how they teach the team. I think also an edge would be our grit. We are
Yo.
all, di kami papayag na matalo. Yun.
Them is fighting words from Ponggay. Alright. Caitlin, gusto mo bang tapusin? Or dagdagan? Or were you done with your kanina?
I think another edge namin is every week naman kaming Zoom, kamustahan. So, somehow yung bonding andon. Kapag bumalik na kami sa court, pero on paan na yung bonding, mag-gel din kami agad.
Alright. So, andiyan ka na, andiyan ka na rin, Caitlin. Here's another good question. Sino sa tingin nyo ang top 4 na teams sa PBL na malakas inyong mga kalaban?
I think lahat ng team.
Ako, ito naman. Okay, Ponggay muna. Yan. Si Ponggay, mukhang, I am interested what you have to say here.
Narinig ko sabi ni Kate siguro lahat. And I agree with her. All the teams are, we don't know what to expect, but I think all the teams would have something surprising for us. Kasi all the players are being drafted and transferred to other teams. So we really don't know which among these teams really have got it, especially since there was a pandemic. We don't know kung sino yung pinaka magkaka-gel or sino yung makakag-bring ng that level. I would siguro Creamline, Choco Mucho, o
Yan na.
Ribisco teams.
Shots fired na ba yan? Shots fired
Yun
na
na
ba yan,
po.
Ponggay?
Grit daw, grit.
How about you then?
I totally agree with both Pong and Caitlin na all the teams are gonna be good. One, kasi ang tagal na namin di naglalaro. Everybody's gonna be competitive. Like, They're gonna go all out. And we don't know how they prepared this like this whole pandemic na syempre majority of the time it's all like individual training and Zoom training, online practices. And yun nga, no, ang daming teams na bago yung lineup nila. Never pa nagkita-kita yung mga players na yan. You don't know how they're gonna gel. You don't know how they're gonna, work with the coach. Kung iba sila dun sa sistema. So for me, personal ko lang naman to, that's yung mga malalakas na teams, yung naka-retain ng core nila. So that's like Creamline, F2, but you can't count out anyone with, sa mga Final Four. But, syempre, lalagay ko na lang rin yung Choco sa top 4 na yan. Confidence naman. Konting confidence. No, Pong?
Okay. You were talking about Creamline. Mayroong magandang tanong dito, si Mara Murillo. Okay, then, ano ang nilook forward nyo, laban nyo sa Creamline? Sige, then, you can go first.
Ako, personally, I'm looking forward to playing against Creamline kasi they're a champion team. You know that they're gonna give you a good fight lagi. And syempre, we are a young team composed of like young players and fairly new rin naman yung team ng Choco Mucho. So we're kind of like the underdogs in that matchup. And you always want to beat the champion team like Creamline. So, yeah.
All right. I'm interested to hear from Ponggay about this. Ikaw Ponggay, anong forward laban sa Creamline daw?
I'm looking forward to seeing the intense game kasi alam ko maraming Ribisco supporters. So, na-excite ako kung sino yung i-cheer nila. Tapos na-excite ako kung sino yung kakampihin ng management. Yan yung, doon ako na-excite. Sinong i-support ng management. I know that Creamline will give a good game. Siyempre kasi, yung wala pa ata silang talo sa PBL. So, syempre, everybody wants to go against Creamline. Everybody wants to do their best against them. So, it's always an exciting laban. Kahit naman sino po yung kalaban, we're always looking forward to each game.
All right. Caitlin, can you chime in on that also?
Yeah. Siguro din kay Ponggay, kung sino yung susupport, kung kanino magsaside yung management.
Yan. Okay. Naano na naman yata. Okay. Ito, last question ko from the comments for now. This is for Den and Ponggay. Ano po yung Ateneo Dream Team or first six lineup at USC Dream Team or first six lineup for Ate Caitlin? Ha? Naintindihan nyo ba yan? Yan. For Ate Den natin po, ano po yung Ateneo Dream Team for or first six lineup? Yan. Okay, I get it now. All right. Sige, Ponggay, you go, anong dream team mo?
Siguro yung dream team ko for Ateneo and UST ay makita si Caitlin Viray, si Ponggay Gaston at si Ate Denden Lazaro maglaban sa isang team. Yun, dream team yun. Ateneo UST playing for one team which is Choco Mucho. Yun. Tapos sama nyo na si Dina Wong at saka si Bea De Leon at saka si Maddie Madayag. Yun! Choco Mucho, saan ka pa? Yan yung dream team. Actually, pangarap ko din dati talaga makalaro si Ate Denden.
Okay. Well, let's ask Ate si Den. Yan, ikaw Den. Can you weigh in on that?
Ganda na ng sagot ni Ponggay. How can I top that? So wait, the question is, ano yung dream team ko? At ano yung dream team
Yeah.
ko?
Yeah. I think it's that.
Okay. Siguro if it's a dream team, I just want to throw myself in there to just, play with the best. Um, I'd have to go, of course, with Eliza as my open hitter and Phil Cayetano. For my middles, definitely have to be Kiwi, Amy Anghumiro, and Charo Soriano. Setter, Gia. It's either Gia or Jem Ferrer. And then, who am I missing pa? I think that's... Oh, utility. Hmm, utility would have to be Kat Talentino.
All right. Thank you. Caitlin, gusto mong magano dyan? Ikaw. Wala. Ito naman. Anyway, Andy, do you still have any more questions for the girls?
Oh, thank you, Brian. Nakakatuwa yung mga sagot nila.
Nakakatuwa tong mga nasa ano natin sa comment section eh. Kaya ang dami
Okay.
actually.
Oo nga. So, basta ano lang, we'll keep on tracking on. Marami pa akong questions actually. Uunahin ko na si Denden.
Okay, go.
Then you have a very memorable slash intense coach back in high school, Coach Vita for CSA. And I know she made a mark on you going into Ateneo and your other professional teams. Can you explain to us, for those who don't know your coach in high school, can explain to us yung experience that you got from her na nadala mo naman on the next level when you went to college?
Well, first I want to say that I'm super grateful for Coach Vita. She made me who I am. Like, she was part of that process, like a big part of that process. Siguro yung alam ng mga tao about Coach is that she can be intense and ruthless, which is totoo
Yes.
naman. Because she wants us to learn. That's how she is. But what they don't see is that she's like our second parent. She's super loving, caring, thoughtful, like a mother to her players. And yeah, I'm just super grateful for her, and I really miss her. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. Maybe she changed her number. I tried calling her, texting. Hindi niya ako nire-replyan. So, sana, Coach, if you're listening, makarating sa'yo to. I miss you and I hope you're doing well. So for those who don't know Coach Grace Vita, she is the best high school coach for me. I love her so much.
Yeah. We'll forward the video to her.
Oh yay!
And
I think before yung coaching style ni Coach Vita is like really drill sergeant. You're like in the army. We never did weights before in high school. We only did like body weights lang. Kargahin mo lang yung teammate mo, okay na yun. But somehow it worked. Somehow it worked for us. I mean, she produced a lot of great players rin. Yeah, but I think she had to mellow down a bit kasi syempre tumatanda na tayo. Keep her cool na rin. But she's still going, still coaching and going strong.
yeah, I've known her since since 2 or 3 decades ago. So she is one of the more memorable coaches in high
Wow.
school, and she has also produced a lot of players in Colegio de San Agustin. You went to Palarong
Yes.
Pambansa,
And I think it's
and
notable that with sa CSA kasi walang recruitment eh. So lahat ng players na dumadaan sa kanya, that's like her.
Mhm,
She really
mhm,
trains those players and molds them.
mhm,
That's
mhm.
how good she
Correct.
is.
So moving forward to your career in college, then you had the opportunity to play for to represent the country in numerous international events. How did that feel? And going full circle like that, going to the national team, how did that feel? And how did your experiences shape the way you played for the RP team?
Oh, wow. Well, I think every athlete dreams to represent the country, so it's really an honor to wear that flag on your chest and representing your country in international events. Um, how did all my experiences shape me and like being part of the national team? Like, I've gone through so much, and I think that just made me who I am today. Just like working hard, being professional, keeping an open mind, um, and being in international tournaments just opens up a whole world of new experiences and new learnings. That I think that also helped me to keep going. That I need to improve pa on myself. I think after that experience, 2015 Sea Games in Singapore. After that, I went to med school. Parang I kind of regret not continuing volleyball kasi after that experience sa SEA Games, parang wow, ang dami ko pang pagkukulang sa sarili ko, and that seeing the Thai team and other national teams play at a high level, parang nainggit ako na parang gusto ko pang mag-improve, gusto ko pang maglaro. And I hope that what I wish for Philippine volleyball is that we get to immerse younger players in that stage, in that international stage, para mamulat naman yung mga mata nila sa ganung level of play. Marami pa tayong pwedeng matutunan and ma-improve sa sarili natin.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Uh, Going to Ponggay. Um, is season 81 has become very memorable to you. Uh, and I know I know that's why you still watch it, like you said kanina, you still watch it. Do you still know the phrase that during that season, yung kung ano yung title ng season na yon? Ito ba yun? Ito ba yung title nun? Can you see? Is that the title?
I'm actually not so sure if that's the title for
Yeah.
season 81.
Do
It
you
all
remember
begins.
this one?
Yeah, I remember that lanyard. Yeah, yun yung pang ID
Do you
one.
still have that lanyard?
Yes, but it's not with me here right now. It's in my place in Katipunan.
Yeah. So I'll give you a trivia before I ask you a question. Kasi Coach Oliver had an opportunity to let you guys play in a pre-season tournament. It's a very minor tournament. Do you remember playing in the Viking Cup? Yeah. So was that the same year that you won the championship in season 81?
I think we played Vikings 2018 and then we
Mm,
won the
the
championship
champ
on 2019.
2019. So I'll give you a little trivia also. Coach Oliver used to coach the men's team, and the men's team when they were still a new group with Coach Oliver, they also joined the Viking Cup, and the year after that they won the championship. So yung my question actually to you is connected to this. Uh, do you have beliefs on certain, like, not necessarily superstition but more of, if you do certain things repetitively, you will always have the same outcome?
Um, I like to believe in those things, but I don't let them control me. So
Mm.
if I take it to in terms of my skills. If I continuously try to perfect each and every basic move or volleyball skill, then I will in fact have the same results. If I keep hitting the ball with that strength, then I will always hit the ball with that strength. Um, pero yung mga superstition na, let's say, if I always wear the pink socks, um, depende rin po yun eh. Kasi sometimes, um, doesn't always work that way. It really
Mm,
is, I guess, more on what you think of and what you believe in. So if
mm,
that works for you, if you believe in that, if you believe in superstitions, then it could work for you. But I know a lot of players who don't need superstitions to show what they have, to
mhm.
show the certain skills that they have. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, I have another question concerning what you said about, and I believe that it's true that you need to have grit in order to be successful in a tournament or in life. But why is it that every time you play, it's not necessarily grit that the people see in you, because it's like sometimes it's so easy for you to you're not too serious. You don't take yourself too serious. That's how people see it. That it's more of they see your energy and then your enthusiasm. That's the one that's really on the surface. But obviously in internally you have that grit. What what motivates you in ano showing that part of your character during the game? Kasi it's like even in the most intense moments, you really don't seem to be ultra serious or ultra intense. It's more of you're still loose and at times very enthusiastic even in those very intense moments.
I think it's also because I kind of understood that that would have been my role for the team. So it's also knowing what your role is for the team. So sasabihin naman po ako ni coach kung kailangan ko na rin maging seryoso or if kailangan ko rin maging masaya kasi our coach always reminds us to always stay enthusiastic. So I do my best to stay positive lalo na kapag medyo mahirap na rin yung laban namin. So ako
Mhm.
feeling ko if masaya ako, magagawa ko yung mga gusto ko. Medyo mahirap din if um, kumbaga fake it till you make it. Kahit nahihirapan na kami ng kalaban, if pipilitin ko lang ngumiti or pipilitin ko na okay, nahihirapan kami pero gagawin ko pa rin yung kailangan ko gawin tapos I'll try to be happy.
Mhm.
Um, hopefully my teammates can follow. Tapos I just always try to spread the positivity in the
Yeah.
court.
I have one last question before I turn to Kate. Kasi you're one of the one of the best players in UST high school before you graduated. Dali. Okay. So you were in UST for high school and then you went to Ateneo for college. What was your how did you make that decision to go to Ateneo when you were in the high school level in UST?
A big factor in my decision making was my sister. So my sister was part of the Ateneo team. She's a batch above me, and I really wanted to play with her. Growing up, I always followed what she did. So um, my parents would also tell her na, oh, dun sa sister ko, her name is Therese. Therese, kung ano yung decision mo, kailangan mo pag-isipan yung kapatid mo kasi ano naman yan, gagaya lang din yan sa'yo. So,
Mhm.
she knew din na picking Ateneo na I would follow her kasi ayoko rin siyang makalaban. Like, it's easier for me to adjust because she's there na. So, she could help me in terms of adjusting to the school and adjusting to the
Mhm.
team. So, I would always have siguro for me, pipiliin ko lang yung pinaka-easy na route, which was to just follow my sister. Yun po.
All right. Thank you, Ponggay. Uh, Kate, this is a question for you. Kasi successful ka indoor. You're one of the best players indoor since you were in college. And also, you're one of the best players in outdoor in beach volleyball. So if you were to if you were to choose just one kung saan ka maglalaro, ano yung mas matimbang sa'yo? Would it be outdoor or indoor? If it was same, kunyari, professional pareho.
Um, I enjoy playing beach volley, pero I think pipiliin ko is indoor.
Mm.
Kasi, um, mas nakikita ko yung sarili ko doon, mas nag-e-enjoy ako sa company nung team, yung bonding kapag marami, and ano ba, mas gusto ko yung samahan na madami kayo.
Mm.
And alam mo yung feeling na um, laging andyan yung teammates mo na they got your back.
Mm. Okay, this is a follow-up question kasi alam ko naman you as a player, you are very intense also pag naglalaro ka. Yung intensity niyon, nakikita talaga sa laro mo. Yun ba ay isang bagay na kumbaga, was this something na tinuro sa inyo sa since high school or sa UST na kailangan when you play, kailangan intense ka, kailangan 100% effort?
Yes, I think lahat naman ng coaches tinuturo yun na kailangan pag may ginawa ka, bigay mo yung 100% mo. And also, nung high school ako, laging tinuturo sa akin ng coach namin na pag nagkamali ka, dapat lagi kang nakatingin, lagi kang mag-look forward. What's next? Ano yung magagawa mo para maitama mo yon. So, yon malaking factor yung mga coaches na laging nag-guide sa amin.
Eh, may I ask also who was your coach in UST? Coach Kung Fu?
Yes. Yes po.
Okay. Can you tell us something about Coach Kung Fu na naidala mo ngayon dito sa pro level?
Si Coach Kung Fu kasi kapag iba siya sa labas ng court tsaka sa loob. Pag naglalaro kami, seryoso. Gusto niya, kung ano yung, dapat nakafocus kami, ayaw niya yung patawa-tawa, joke time. Kailangan, seryoso ka sa ginagawa mo. Pero pag naman nasa labas siya ng court, sobrang kabaliktaran. As in, sobrang kulit and kalog. So, yun, siguro yung natutunan ko na nadala ko is yung dapat pag naglalaro, focus ka sa ginagawa mo. Yan.
Okay. Thank you, Caitlin. Coach Brian. Ikaw na, Coach Brian.
Bigla ako naging coach. Vince, how about you? You have any more questions on your end?
I'm good, Brian. Thank you.
All right. So, if that's it, I think we lagpas isang oras na tayo eh. Mukhang ano na. Pero, I'll just ask a couple of questions na lang from the comment. Meron akong isang nakita maganda rito question. No? Well, it's about, I think, meron daw mga volleyball players na aspiring volleyball players who are not, kumbaga parang takot sila to pursue the dream of being in your places. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. What would be the best advice you could give to them? Let's start with Caitlin.
I'm sorry, best advice I could give to
aspiring players who are afraid to take that next step to the parang your level.
I think magtiwala ka lang sa sarili mo and you just have to try it. Kasi mahirap na dadating yung time na ang dami mong what ifs na paano kung nag-try pala ako noon, saan kaya ako nakarating. So yon siguro kailangan mo lang mag-try, take mo yung lahat ng opportunities na pwede mong i-take. Kasi in the end, ayaw naman natin in the future na magkaroon ng mga what ifs. So, gawin lang natin kung ano yung magagawa natin ngayon and tiwala sa sarili and sipag.
Yon. How about you, Ponggay?
The best advice I could give to aspiring volleyball players is the same advice I followed, which is to fake it till you make it. That's it.
Uh,
Kaya nyo
short and
yan. Take it na lang till you make it kasi aabot din naman kayo yun eh.
yeah, short and sweet. And of course, then.
Kind of same with Caitlin. You'll never know until you try.
All right. So I guess that's it. Actually, marami pang mga questions dito. But since we're running out of time and we're almost at the 1 hour and a half mark, I think we have to end this. So before we end, I'd like to give the floor to the girls. Your final thoughts. Siguro start with you then if you want to promote anything or may gusto kong batiin before we end the show.
Sirs, thank you so much for having us on the show, for creating this platform to share our stories. And to all the viewers, I hope you guys are well and staying safe and healthy. Kapit lang tayo. And to our Disco and Choco Mucho management, thank you so much. We love you guys.
All right. Caitlin?
Thank you for inviting us, and thank you to Rebisco and to Rebisco Management, and sa lahat po ng nanood sa amin. Thank you so much for joining us, and always keep safe.
All right. And finally, Ponggay.
Thank you so much, Sir Brian, Sir Andy, and Coach Vince for having us on the show. It was a lot of fun. Thank you po so much to all the people who continue to support us. If akala nyo hindi namin nakikita, na-memorize na namin yung mga pangalan nyo at paulit-ulit po kayo. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys continue to support us. And stay safe, guys. And stay sane.
Yes. And best regards again to your dad. I miss our talks, Ponggay. Okay. Okay, I'll give my co-host a chance to say their final words also. Let's start with you, Vince.
Well, first of all, ladies, thank you for your time. It was fun and interesting. Good luck on May 8th. Hopefully, it starts sooner than later, and uh, an injury free off season from now until May 8th for the three of you. And as you embark on the next chapter of your respective careers, good luck.
All right. And of course, Andy.
Thank you, Kate, Ponggay, then for being here and letting us ask you pertinent questions about your careers. Good luck in the PVL, the coming PVL season. Good luck to Choco Mucho, and I'd like to say hello also to one of your teammates, Shannon Palek, and to thank you, Brian, for letting me be here. Thank you to all those who've watched the podcast live. I'd like to say hello also to the coaches of the Spike and Serve Volleyball Academy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Andy. It was a pleasure, girls. Hindi na nga ako masyadong tanong kasi sa totoo lang, sa comment section pa lang, madami na nagtatanong sa inyo. There are still a lot of questions there, but I'm sorry to those viewers. Talagang we're running out of time. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the show. And tomorrow, join us again, same time, 8 o'clock. This time, we'll be having Creamline as our guest. So siguro gusto mo nila Ponggay, din nila Caitlin dyan. Yan, kumbaga, kayo naman. Let's see what Eliza and company will have to say. So girls, I'll end this but please don't log off when I stop the live broadcast. Papakulan tayo ng ating traditional class photo. On that note, everybody, good night, stay safe, and God bless.